سلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقالت اليهود يد الله مغلولة غلت أيديهم ولعنوا بما قالوا بل يداه مبسوطتان ينفق كيف يشاء وليزيدن كثيرا منهم ما أنزل إليك من ربك طغيانا وكفرا وألقينا بينهم العداوة والبغضاء إلى يوم القيامة كلما أوقدوا نارا للحرب أطفأها الله ويسعون في الأرض فسادا والله لا يحب المفسدين ولو أن أهل الكتاب آمنوا واتقوا لكفرنا عنهم سيئاتهم ولأدخلناهم جنات النعيم ولو أنهم أقاموا التوراة والإنجيل وما أنزل إليهم من ربهم لأكلوا من فوقهم ومن تحت أرجلهم منهم أمة مقتصدة وكثير منهم ساء ما يعملون صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. So completing the ruku today inshallah. وَقَالَتِ الْيَهُودُ يَدُ اللَّهِ مَغْلُولَةٌ. So the background of this ayah is that when the Prophet ﷺ came to Medina, before the Prophet ﷺ had come to Medina, the Yahud were respected because they were knowledgeable, plus they also controlled the financial system and they were very good financially. When the Prophet ﷺ came, both of those things were taken away from them because the Ansar were overpowered by the Yahud. They respected the Yahud because of their knowledge and because also they were rich people. When the Prophet ﷺ came and the Ansar gave in and submitted to the Prophet ﷺ, that respect that the Yahud used to enjoy, that decreased significantly. Also what happened from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that their financial status was also decreased. So they became, their finances started to decline. So out of frustration they said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is quoting them here, وَقَالَتِ الْيَهُودُ يَدُ اللَّهِ مَغْلُولَةٌ. The Yahud, they say that Allah's hands are tied or Allah's hands are closed. Na'udhu billah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala na'udhu billah is miserly. غُلَّتْ أَيْدِيهِمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, your hands will become closed. Your hands are closed. وَلُعِنُوا بِمَا قَالُوا. And we have cursed them for what you are saying. They have been cursed for what وَلُعِنُوا بِمَا قَالُوا. For what they are saying, they have been cursed. بَلْ يَدَاهُ مَبْسُوطَتَانِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's hands are widespread, outspread. They are, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spends. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a lot and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has unlimited treasures and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives. يُنْفِقُ كَيْفَ يَشَاءُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spends how He wills, as He wills. وَلَيَزِيدَنَّ كَثِيرًا. So the meaning here is that you are saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has withheld from you. It is because of your deeds that this lack of this financial problems have been made upon you, put upon you. And Allah, His hands are widespread. Allah gives and gives to whoever He wants. The other thing is that is mentioned here that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very wise. So because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is wise and hakeem, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to those people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who to give. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has wisdom behind who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving. So we see that some people are poor in this world and no matter how hard they try, they don't become rich. Some people, they don't try a lot and still they get a lot. There's a perfect wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala behind everything. Some people are being tested because of their wealth. Some people are being tested because of their poor state. Some people are such that they are poor. If they were given a lot, they would have transgressed and they would have gone into the life of kufr and sin. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who to give. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not miserly. It is the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to whoever He thinks right. He knows right. وَأَلْقَيْنَا وَلَيَزِيدَنَّ كَثِيرًا مِّنْهُمْ مَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِنْ رَبِّكَ طُغْيَانًا وَكُفْرًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam that what has been sent down to you from your Lord, that will definitely increase, certainly increase many of them in rebellion and disbelief. So the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam should not be pained by it, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is already foretelling that what we are giving to you, the ayat, they are going to make them even more jealous. They are going to start to want to trouble you even more. But what has Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala done? وَأَلْقَيْنَا بَيْنَهُمُ الْعَدَاوَةَ وَالْبَغْضَاءَ إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. Among their groups, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put enmity and hatred, and that is going to go on till the day of doom. So in the life of the Prophet ﷺ, no matter how much the Yahud hated the Prophet ﷺ, they were never able to wage a war against the Prophet ﷺ. They tried their best, but on their own they were never able to do that. They will incite others, they will help others, they will, na'uzu billah, on the face of it say that they are going to fight alongside the Prophet ﷺ, and when the time of fighting would come, they would turn, but on their own they were never able to start a fight against the Prophet ﷺ. And there was constant disagreement between them. So they were not united. There were three tribes, famous tribes. Among these tribes, they were fighting each other. And there was a punishment for them from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. كُلَّمَا أَوْقَدُوا نَارًا لِلْحَرْبِ أَطْفَأَهَا اللَّهُ. Whenever they lit the flame of war, they want to create a war, أَطْفَأَهَا اللَّهُ. That flame, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts it out. وَيَسْعَوْنَ فِي الْأَرْضِ فَسَادًا. So an open war is not within their reach. They cannot do it. Now what they will do? وَيَسْعَوْنَ فِي الْأَرْضِ فَسَادًا. They will keep on going around in the earth trying to do fasad. What is fasad? Trying to take weak Muslims, try their best to take weak Muslims out of their faith. Try to disrupt and friction among Muslims. And that's full in the book of history. This is the history of Yahud, that they constantly keep on doing these kind of things. Wallahu la yuhibbul mufsidin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is declaring that these people, they are creating fasad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like them. They are never going to get the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have been pushed far away from the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Walau, if anna ahlal kitabi, the people of the book, amanu, they would have believed, wattaqaw, and they would have feared Allah, lakaffarna anhum sayyi'atihim. All these things, by the words that they said, strong words that they said even against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the things that they did, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have forgiven all of them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have erased all of them. وَلَا أَدْخَلْنَاهُمْ جَنَّاتِ النَّعِيمِ. And they would have entered into a much better place, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have entered them into Jannat al-Na'im, gardens of ni'am from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ أَقَامُوا التَّوْرَاةَ وَالْإِنْجِيلَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْهِمْ. Had they stick to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Tawrat and Injil, which is to believe in whatever prophet comes according to the time and the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, had they established it, and had they not gone beyond and added things into their books from their own will and desire, وَمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْهِمْ, and they, as a result of it, obvious result of it, they would have established the Quran, upheld the Quran in their lives, وَمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْهِمْ مِنْ رَبِّهِمْ, whatever came to them from their Rabb, which includes the Quran, which is the final book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لَأَكَلُوا مِنْ فَوْقِهِمْ وَمِنْ تَحْتِ أَرْجُلِهِمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have been so nice to them that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have given them. They are complaining about their lack of financial means and what is happening to them. Had they established the Torah and the Injil and the Quran, which is essentially to follow the words of the Quran and believe in the Injil and the Torah as the true books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah would have surely given them plenty to eat from above them and from beneath them. Allah would have given them food and rizq and plenty of provision boiling from the earth. But this was not their naseeb. This was not what they were going to get, because they preferred this transgression over obedience. Now this is a specific way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about those specific people, Yahud of that time and the Nasara of that time. So the people who actually brought faith. Abdullah ibn Salam is a famous person from among the Yahud who brought faith in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He had a very plentiful life. Similarly, Najashi, we must have heard of him. He was a Christian king. He had a plentiful life. He became a Muslim. He had a plentiful life. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that the Nasara and the Yahud, if they believed in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and established the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah would have given them a lot. But minhum ummatun muqtasidah. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring to, that among them there are moderate people, very few of them. وَكَثِيرٌ مِّنْهُمْ سَاءَ مَا يَعْمَلُونَ. For most of them, evil is what they do. So they will not come to terms with haqq, with the right thing. Now, this is not a general rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that people who follow the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are definitely going to have a plentiful life. This is not a general rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of the people. The thing to remember is that those who follow the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of them. Now, it is our little thought that we think that taking care means giving them plenty. But that's not true. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes care of the people through sometimes when He thinks best, when He knows best, by giving them a lot, when He thinks best by taking away from them and giving them apparently something that would feel, a life that would feel of lack of things. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised another thing, which is hayatan tayyiba. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised a pure life, a happy life, a contented life. So contentment is not connected with plentifulness. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them contentment in their heart. They will be happy from inside. They will be content from inside, and Allah will constantly take care of them. But on the outside, this is not a promise that that they will have a lot of money. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, salatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mursaleen. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.